Anger may in time change to gladness. Vexation may be succeeded by content. But a kingdom that has once been destroyed can never come again into being, nor can the dead ever be brought back to life. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. The wise warrior avoids the battle. There are roads which must not be followed, armies which must not be attacked, towns which must not be besieged, positions which must not be contested, commands of the sovereign which must not be obeyed. Every battle is won before it's ever fought. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. Plan for what it is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. Knowing the enemy enables you to take the offensive. Knowing yourself enables you to stand on the defensive. Move not unless you see an advantage. Use not your troops unless there is something to be gained. Fight not unless the position is critical. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. All warfare is based on deception. Hence, when we are able to attack, we must seem unable. When using our forces, we must appear inactive. When we are near, we must make the enemy believe we are far away. When far away, we must make him believe we are near. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Be extremely subtle even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious even to the point of soundlessness. Thereby, you can be the director of the opponent's fate. Thus, the expert in battle moves the enemy, and is not moved by him. Rouse him, and learn the principle of his activity or inactivity. Force him to reveal himself, so as to find out his vulnerable spots. There are not more than 5 musical notes, yet the combinations of these 5 give rise to more melodies than can ever be heard. There are not more than 5 primary colors, yet in combination they produce more hues than can ever be seen. There are not more than 5 cardinal tastes, yet combinations of them yield more flavors than can ever be tasted. In battle, there are not more than 2 methods of attack, the direct and the indirect. Yet these 2 in combination give rise to an endless series of maneuvers. He will win. Who knows when to fight and when not to fight? Who knows how to handle both superior and inferior forces? Whose army is animated by the same spirit throughout all its ranks? Who prepared himself and waits to take the enemy unprepared? Who has military capacity and is not interfered with by the sovereign? Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. To secure ourselves against defeat lies in our own hands, but the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. If your enemy is secure at all points, be prepared for him. If he is in superior strength, evade him. If your opponent is temperamental, seek to irritate him. Pretend to be weak that he may grow arrogant. If he is taking his ease, give him no rest. If his forces are united, separate them. If sovereign and subject are in accord, put division between them. Attack him where he is unprepared, appear where you are not expected. There are 5 dangerous faults which may affect a general: recklessness, which leads to destruction; cowardice, which leads to capture; hasty temper, which can be provoked by insults; delicacy of honor, which is sensitive to shame; over-solicitude for his men, which exposes him to worry and trouble. If words of command are not clear and distinct, if orders are not thoroughly understood, then the general is to blame. But if orders are clear and the soldiers nevertheless disobey, then it is the fault of their officers. If soldiers are punished before they have grown attached to you, they will not prove submissive, and unless submissive, they will be practically useless. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. When one treats people with benevolence, justice, and righteousness, and reposes confidence in them, the army will be united in mind and all will be happy to serve their leaders. Rewards for good service should not be deferred a single day. The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. One mark of a great soldier is that he fights on his own terms, or fights not at all. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins but excels in winning with ease. You have to believe in yourself. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not will be victorious. Move swift as the wind and closely formed as the wood. Attack like the fire and be still as the mountain. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. It is easy to love your friend, but sometimes the hardest lesson to learn is to love your enemy. Wheels of justice grind slow, but grind fine. Who does not know the evils of war cannot appreciate the benefits of peace. Sun Tzu was a Chinese military strategist, philosopher, and general who lived over 2,500 years ago during the Eastern Zhou period. Best known as the author of The Art of War, his insights have transcended the battlefield, shaping military doctrine, political strategy, and modern leadership across cultures and centuries. His teachings emphasize intelligence over aggression, foresight over force, and the vital importance of understanding both oneself and the opponent. At its core, Sun Tzu's philosophy is not about glorifying conflict, but about achieving peace by resolving war efficiently, through strategy, insights, and the wise use of limited resources. That is why The Art of War remains a timeless manual for navigating power, conflict, and leadership, still profoundly relevant after thousands of years.